clashes we saw on this slide. Firstly, will the proposition's plan go 100 phases? Secondly, is nuclear energy really so bad? And thirdly, the case for complementary use in the mid, short and middle term. Starting with the first clash, will the plan of the proposition go 100 phases? They stated as the problem climate change. They conceded that coal and fossil fuel plants are about the worst thing you can do against climate change. Therefore, if we can prove that a significant amount of countries will switch to coal if they are forced between nuclear and renewables, we take this debate. Firstly, they said we don't want to talk about it. And as a proposition, I wouldn't want to talk about it either, because there are billions and billions of people that need affordable energy. And when even the richest countries have to choose between affordable but slightly polluting energy, of very polluting energy, and renewables, they will still go for the polluting energy, which is cheap, because the first priority for every country is to guarantee the basic quality of life of its citizens, and energy is necessary for that. We gave you the example of Germany multiple times, where they had to make this choice, and even Germany, such a rich country, chose for coal. And Africa, most of the energy comes from coal plants because it is the cheapest solution. So coal will be used by more countries than the status quo. Therefore, climate change will worsen on their side, not ours. But on to our second clash. Is nuclear energy inherently bad? The proposition had three complaints. Firstly, that plants would explode. Joris talked about that it is actually very rare that when it happens, little deaths fall, but that people are generally afraid because it comes in the news very big, that while little children suffocate because they live around coal plants, nobody cares. That doesn't mean that nuclear energy really is less dangerous, it just means it's less publicized. They talked about the disasters again, we already responded to that. The second point is waste. Waste is a hard problem. But we at least proved that there will be little waste because most of the waste is recycled again and again and again until only 10% of it is left. And we have given you solutions that, although it is hard to store, it is possible to store, even if it means you go 300 miles from civilization and put it within a mountain. Very little harm can actually be done to human beings. The third problem was mining. They said that deep shaft mining is necessary for uranium. That's not true. In Iran, they don't use it. When they talk about the lack of safety procedures for miners, and that's why miners die, we talked about the US, which is a significant producer of uranium, where very little people die. You're talking about safety and work standards, not about the inherent things inherent to nuclear energy. And then we come to our last clash. Is there a case for complementary use? They talk about China. 300 million, that's lots of people, on solar energy. When we see 300 million people on solar energy, we see 900 million Chinese people not having renewable energies, still needing other sources of energy to conclude their daily lives. Our case here has been not go away with your renewables, it's been keep investing as we're doing now. But as long as renewables are not truly a solution for all countries in this world, we shouldn't therefore degrade the quality of life for every citizen in countries that cannot yet pay for renewables. New Abu Dhabi really isn't representative for those countries. Countries like India, Brazil, and China are. And what are we seeing? Exactly these countries, India, China, and Brazil, are investing in nuclear energy because they need it for now. That's why choose for complementary use, and please vote on it.